What if Earth stopped spinning for 24 hours? The Earth feels so steady beneath our feet that it's hard to imagine it ever stopping. Yet, our planet spins at an incredible 1,600 kilometers per hour at the equator, a motion that gives us day, night, weather, and even the climate we depend on. But what if, just for 24 hours, Earth suddenly hit the brakes? The science, the chaos, and the terrifying consequences paint a chilling picture of a motionless planet. The immediate effects would be catastrophic. The atmosphere, oceans, and everything not firmly anchored to the ground would keep moving at the same speed Earth had been rotating. Buildings would collapse as winds reached supersonic speeds, while oceans surged inland with tsunamis thousands of meters high. People, vehicles, and even cities near the equator would be flung eastward like projectiles. In less than a minute, the world as we know it would be unrecognizable. With no rotation, Earth would face a new reality of extremes. One side of the planet would be locked in constant sunlight, with temperatures skyrocketing high enough to boil oceans and scorch land. The opposite side would be plunged into endless darkness, freezing landscapes solid. The boundary between the two, often called the twilight zone, might become the only strip of Earth where survival was possible. Yet even there, fierce winds and collapsing ecosystems would make life nearly impossible. Oceans themselves would begin to shift. Without rotation, water would no longer distribute evenly across the globe. Instead, it would rush toward the poles, submerging coastal cities and entire countries underwater. The equator would dry into a massive supercontinent, while marine ecosystems collapsed within hours of the upheaval. The skies would turn deadly as well. Earth's atmosphere, still in motion, would rip across the planet at hurricane speeds multiplied by 10. Skyscrapers, forests, and even mountains could be shredded by winds, while oxygen distribution shifted in unpredictable ways. Dust and debris would fill the air, creating choking storms that blotted out the sky. For humans, survival would be almost impossible. Billions would die instantly from flooding, collapsing infrastructure, and sheer force. A handful of survivors might find refuge underground or in reinforced shelters, with regions near the poles suffering slightly less devastation. But even for those who endured the first 24 hours, the collapse of agriculture, food chains, and technology would make long-term survival bleak. If Earth somehow resumed spinning after 24 hours, the scars would remain permanent. Cities would be destroyed, landscapes reshaped, and ecosystems shattered beyond repair. The death toll would climb into the billions, and the planet's climate would never return to normal. If Earth stayed still forever, it would eventually become tidally locked with the sun, leaving one hemisphere in eternal daylight and the other in eternal darkness, endless night. Much like the moon's relationship with Earth, the thought of Earth stopping its spin is both terrifying and fascinating. It reminds us how much life depends on something we rarely think about: the planet's constant, quiet rotation. The next time you watch a sunrise or see the stars glide across the night sky, remember, it's all thanks to Earth's steady spin. And if that ever stopped, even for just one day, life as we know it would collapse into chaos.